Welcome back to Primetime Local News. Bucky's out today, but instead I'm joined on the couch by head coach and GM Nigel Dube. Nigel, thank you for joining me. Big week coming up with spring camp just around the corner. First, you've had a busy couple weeks. Kind of get us up to date on what your last month has been like.
Well, it's been a lot of being out on the road and seeing what's going on and what's out there for talent. And we're at a stage now where we're meeting with families and meeting with players, whether it be in Alberta, Saskatchewan, to get out there, and same with our staff. So it's been working around the clock that way. We have some exciting things coming off the ice as well moving forward here for next season. And there have been long days, but exciting days, especially seeing all these players come to town this weekend.
And so the spring camp, that starts at 8 a.m. Friday morning, 65 players coming into town.
Yeah, we're going to go a lot of camps are the larger size. Every player that comes to our camp was handpicked. We did an invite only, and we're excited about the group that we have. We've seen them play. We know their talent, and the big thing too we've talked about since I got here was the character side of things. So we've talked to the kids, we've talked to their coaches, and we've reached out to teachers or whatever it may be to get the background on these guys that are coming to challenge for a spot.
And you've also talked a little bit, you've talked about culture a lot over the last couple of months since you've gotten here. In terms of structural changes, whether it's you need to add more size, more speed, more physicality, more improved puck control. What's something you targeted with these athletes? Well,
our big one is how they think the game. We want guys here that have hockey smarts and can make plays on the ice, and then we're going to have a range. There's going to be guys out there that somebody might come and watch a game and be like, oh, he's only 5'6", 5'7". He's not big enough, but he's got intangibles that can't be measured in other places of the game, whether it be playmaking ability, and then we're going to have the other guys that are the big ones that can move well and finish on the checks and do that kind of stuff. So we've talked a lot about the pieces of the puzzle, and that's exactly what we have. We're bringing in the pieces of the puzzle that we think are going to make a nice puzzle, and there's a lot going into it. There's a lot of hours spent behind the scenes where you're talking about our plan, what we're going to look like, and the spaces that we need to fill, and we'll have a little bit of that here this weekend.
Now, you don't lose a lot of guys, obviously, on the typical way you lose players in the AJ because you didn't have any graduating guys, basically, with your group. But as you said, with the culture change and whatnot, you're expecting the players at this camp to compete with guys for spots next year.
Yeah, we're gonna, there's a lot of change for us to move forward. There's been change, and there's going to continue to be change. So with our future considerations coming in the summer and moving forward, there's pieces that will be here this weekend that our signed players, Leslie Miller, Bygrove, they'll be in this camp. There's a few that we're really close on wrapping up and getting signed that'll be here as well. So these players that'll be here this weekend are going to be guys that are in our opening lineup. And we're excited about that, and we'll see how this weekend plays out in our camp in June. It's a short one in June, but this is the first step for them, and we believe these guys here are going to take, in a positive way, take positions on our team and be part of that change and the solution.
And you talked a little bit off camera just about some of the off-ice stuff that goes on with the camp this weekend. So maybe really quickly you're wanting to do a tour around the city and a few other things as well.
Yeah, we're going to present on Friday to the families and the parents that are here of our vision, our philosophy as an organization moving forward and what that is and what we have to offer, and also about our city, what we have here. So Saturday, after they play a game, they're going to jump on the bus and go for a tour. They're going to see the high school, see the college, see the industrial park, and see Bud Miller. Because we have a lot of great things here that people, if you come for a camp, you drive in, you drive out, you might not see it. But we have a great city. Our motto moving forwards is Border City Built. So to see the city and be a part of it is a big piece too.
Absolutely. Thank you, Nigel, for that. We'll have more with him in the next hour and more in this current hour on Primetime Local News.